Hello and welcome back to a new Animal Crossing video. My name is Hollow and today we're talking about terraforming because that's right, I finally unlocked it. I've been seeing on Reddit and Twitter like 500 billion different neat ways you can use terraforming, and there's so many cool ideas out there and you can easily find hundreds on just the Reddit alone. But today I wanted to share the 5 main tricks that I've been waiting to use and how to use them yourself. If terraforming is brand new to you or you're already a terraforming pro, hopefully these ideas can still be of use to you whichever you are. But before we get started with the tricks, I want to make you aware of the fantastic Island Designer website, letting you spend time designing your island's layout before doing the moment-to-moment terraforming in-game, moving buildings around, all that slow process stuff. It lets you organize things quickly so that you're prepared when you go to do that manual labor without any wasted time worrying about how things might fit. It's a fantastic source for any terraformer, and I'm sure many of you already know about it, but just in case, trust me, try it. I'll be asking Josh to put links in the description and we'll also post them in a comment too. So for trick 1, we gotta start with the coolest. The secret waterfall entrance by Reddit user Kibu. It's on screen. They shared this super simple and very clever way to trick the game into allowing a sort of fast hop through walls. Now this is kind of a glitch, so I have no idea if they'll ever remove this, but right now it's a really cool thing you can do. It's a way to create a secret area or a fun entrance, or just hide stuff behind a waterfall because you've got to do that. And as you can see, it's really not that hard to set up. You can even make it a one-way passage if you like, for a secret entrance or exit that you can only go through once. Here's what you need to do to set this up. You're going to need 8 tiles of cliff in a sort of rectangle shape like so, which is easy to reproduce and fortunately won't take up that much space. Create 2 waterfalls opposite from one another, but with a 1 tile diagonal crossing from one another. And then place 2 waterholes in front of the cliff tiles or matching the other sides of the waterfalls. Just like this. From here, if you run into the cliff tiles, you will jump through and pop out the other side. I just think that's so cool and useful for so many different design ideas. If you want to make it that one way, you can remove one of the waterholes on whichever side, and that will then be the side you can't jump through. Such a good way to hide secret areas or destroy your friends in hide and seek, which is obviously the most important feature. Okay, so that's the waterfall trick. For our second idea, we're talking about the fake bridges. Using clever perspective, we can actually make cliffs look like a bridge by having it adjacent to water on either side and making use of some custom designs. Now, because we're limited on how many bridges we can make in Animal Crossing, making use of fake bridges in high up areas can work really well. Twitter user Claudia Paris X showcased this clever idea, and as you can see, it's pretty convincing. Now, you will need a reasonable bit of space for this to look good, connecting 2 cliff tops to one another via terraforming a connecting point. Not too complicated when it's done quickly like this. Then you dig down to water level on either side of it to produce that sort of bridge vibe that's going over water, even though it's technically not. In my example, I kind of awkwardly placed it next to a beach, so you can see on the right side I didn't have enough tiles for the water, but you get the visual effect. It's very clear how this works, and it looks good from the left side. Then you can use custom designs for the floor, or place your own, and place fences on top of that to outline the bridge and easily create this visual effect. And we can also use our next trick combined with that to showcase the bridge on your map. Tip 3 is an old but gold trick that I've been waiting to use, in which you get to use custom design paths to show up on the map, whereas they normally wouldn't. All you have to do is place the in-game paths via the construction tool to do with terraforming, since these actually do show up on your map, and then just place your custom design over the top of that. This way you can create those curved edges on paths that aren't normally possible with custom designs, but most importantly, you can create a functional path on your map that also has your unique and original design. Like I mentioned, you can combine this with the bridge trick like I do to add just a little bit of depth to this bridge, make it look a little bit more real, and obviously very importantly, this bridge will show up on the map because I used the in-game paths and then overlaid them with custom. This is going to let us create much more unique and individual pathways, bridges, more that stand out for our own island while actually mechanically working with that map. This next trick is actually one of the first things I ever saw in terraforming, the land tunnel. all the way back when the game had first released. A couple days after, I saw this video of Twitter user JunkDog visiting a friend's island. At the time, using insane time traveling, their friend had managed to reach this crazy stage already and create this wild land tunnel all the way down to their home. Much more interesting than, say, a default land tunnel. They had a lot of stuff on the side, like the waterfalls and the streams down the side, varying all the way down the length of it. And I was thinking about this clever tunnel design since I first played the game, and now, finally at last, I can make one myself for the entrance of my island or to the secret beach at the top. Plus, it's really easy to recreate. You just build yourself some cliff tiles alongside the main pathway, and boom, there you go. And just like the video example, we can make it wider, add some water on either side, maybe add those waterfalls, and just give it a really nice visual effect. I'm going to do a couple of these with different garden setups and fountains at the end. And finally, for my last tip or trick, whatever you want to call them at this point, it's a lifesaver for any cliff terraformer because it will halve the time it takes to break down cliffs. Now this comes from Reddit user Luigi Got Big Tiddies. Fantastic name. Outstanding effort. They explained that the simple trick can halve the time that you spend cliff terraforming. By just hitting a cliff tile once, you get that half tile left over. So instead of just repeatedly hitting half tiles, wasting your time, doubling the time that it takes to knock down cliffs, just move to the next tile along and hit that one. And when you hit that, it will destroy the half tile you left and then create a new one in front of you. If you keep moving down this way in any kind of de-terraforming that you do, you'll be able to quickly and efficiently remove and clean up cliffs. When I saw this, it seemed obvious to me, but I know there's a plenty of people out there that are wasting their time just smacking cliffs and not making use of this clever mechanic. So you can save yourself a lot of time. Once again though, fantastic Reddit username. Thanks for that save. So there you have it, 5 cool tips and tricks for terraforming and Animal Crossing. I hope they helped you because they've been fantastic for me so far. If you have any cool tricks for terraforming that I haven't included in this video, please share them. Not only will you probably help someone in the comments, but you probably help me too, and I need it. Either way though, thank you very much for watching. I've been Hollow, you've been you, and I'll see you next time.